Hello and happy, beautiful day to you. Today I worked with a beautiful volunteer. Her name is Jazz, and I love the breakthrough that she was able to make, just the awareness and also the radical shift in her health and just her heart. It's just really, really beautiful. Now, to give you a little bit of backstory regarding Jazz, she's this successful woman. She's been business and just very career driven. And unfortunately, for the last several years, she's been stuck with health issues, unable to work, unable to connect with friends, and just has been in this really struggling place where she's got pain going throughout her body. She's been struggling with fibromyalgia, and so the pain is moving around, and she's just been really frustrated, just trying to figure out how to heal, trying diet and supplements and just everything that she can find. And it's not working. And so ultimately, when her and I connected, she just has this feeling of just drive and determination to say, okay, what does she need to do? And the insights that came as we started working with her mind were really powerful. Now, what I love is she was able to take her pain from about a level 6 down to about a level 1, 2, right in there. So she was able to get it way down. And a couple of the insights are this. One of the big insights was that there was a strong feeling of not being able to love herself. She felt not good enough. She just had this pattern of feeling not good enough, but she also felt it at a really deep level where even when I asked her about loving herself, she was resistant. She was just like, she just couldn't love herself. It was just this really strong feeling of not feeling like she deserved it. And there was a lot of resistance. Now, what she said was a really powerful insight, and it was this. She said, well, what she's been doing with her mind to work with her mind is just working on loving her childhood self. So that's what her quote unquote workaround is. Now, I see people doing this a lot of times where they don't feel that feeling of love for self, so they just put a lot of love into their childhood self. Now, unfortunately, it wasn't fixing the problem, and further, it can kind of continue to reinforce the problem of not deserving love. And not only that, but it was keeping her from part of the fix and the change that needed to happen. And this is what I mean. So one of the things that I said to her as we were working through this topic of self-love is, there was a part of her who's wanting more love in life, more love even in connection from her husband. And so I said to her, because she was in this place of feeling like she couldn't love herself and she would just only love her childhood self. And she said that. She's like, she can't love herself, but she can put a lot of love towards her childhood self. And there was so much resistance. And I said, okay, so then I guess if you can't love yourself, then what are we going to do? We're going to have your husband just love your childhood self too, because you don't deserve it and you're not good enough for it. And that really hit home. She said, well, wait a second. Like there was just this light bulb moment of going, well, wait a second. How does she want all other people to love her and her husband to love her? And yet she doesn't feel like she deserves love herself, only her childhood self. So what, can everybody love her childhood self? And I love her sense of humor, her playfulness, because as I brought this up, she had just an awareness of like, whoa, like she could see where there was the problem. Now, further, what I also did is just expand on it even more. And we talked about this, is that she had this feeling like she had to be perfect to be able to love herself. Now, think about this for a moment. If somebody has to be able to be perfect to love themselves, that's never going to happen. It's backwards. It's kind of like this. And this was the analogy that I gave her, is that, when you think about it for a moment, imagine if you waited for a plant to flourish, and then you would water it. At first it had to flourish. As soon as the plant is flourishing and perfect, then you'll give it water and nutrition and all of that. And she said, she was like, wow, that really, really hits home. She could see the awareness. And so this, when you stop and think about this analogy that I use all the time, is just the awareness that if you're waiting for yourself to be perfect to be able to love you, it's backwards. As you love you, it helps you flourish. it really helps you flourish. And so that's one of the many insights. And that's what I wanted to share with you is just if you have resistance, if you have that block, then I'd invite you to look at that in your own life, because so often people may feel rejected or not good enough or whatever it is, and they really don't feel self-love. And then their relationships, their health, their life all are affected by that. When you think about it for a moment, we as human beings, we need love and connection. Just like a plant needs the sun, it's an energy. We need also love and connection. And so that's one of the powerful insights that I want to share with you. A few of the powerful insights that I want to share with you from today's episode. Now, again, she was able to get her pain down. There were other key things that we did to help shift her mindset. So if you'd like to listen to the full session, you can do so. The link is in the show notes, and you can listen to the session where I worked directly with her. But just the shift and the awareness that I want to share today is exactly that, is loving yourself is so important, and it can help you flourish in relationships, in life, and just in health and happiness. So it's so important. So that said, that's the insight. And by the way, also, if you are somebody who's wanting to understand mind-body healing at a deeper level, there is also a free training in the show notes, so you can click on that. And as always, I want to ask you to please do take just a quick moment to hit the share button on this episode. Share it with somebody you love, somebody you care about, or somebody you don't even know, because the more that every single person in our world feels healthy and happy and loved and loving, truly, the better this world is for all of us. And so please do make a point to hit the share button, and please do make a point to have an incredible rest of your day. I look forward to connecting with you on the next episode. We'll see you there.